Today I'm gonna do something crazy and I'm going to make 2 different German cakes. Now, why am I gonna do 2 in one day? Well, yesterday when I was out hiking, I came across all these beautiful mushrooms on the tree stumps and in the ground, and it made me miss Germany so bad because last time I was there, I went crazy in the forest and went out for hours every day looking for mushrooms. No, I did not pick them. I probably would have poisoned myself if I did that, but I was just obsessed with going around and looking for them. So seeing all those mushrooms yesterday made me miss Germany, and I decided I would just go crazy and make 2 of my favorite German cakes, Käsekuchen and Schwäbischen Apfelkuchen. And don't worry, I won't make them all in this video. I'll split it into 2 videos. So for this one, we are going to do the Käsekuchen. There's a couple main ways in which German cheesecake is different from our American, like New York style cheesecake. One is the crust. Usually here in America, we do like a graham cracker type crust. And in German cheesecakes, they either just have no crust or it's like a butter, flour, almost kind of like a shortbread cookie type of crust. And then the other way it's different is that our New York cheesecakes are really sweet. They're very like thick and creamy. I mean, they're like pure cream cheese. And German cheesecakes use what is called quark, Q-U-A-R-K, quark. German cheesecakes are creamy, but they're a lot like lighter and fluffier, and they're not as sweet either. And I prefer German cheesecakes to the New York style cheesecake. Normally I get quark at Whole Foods, but when I went last night, they said they stopped carrying it. So today I'm gonna try and make my own variation. I'm just gonna kind of make it up. You'll see what I have in store for that. Let's get started with pulling out our ingredients. First, I'm gonna make the ingredients for the crust, and then we will make the filling. So it's a pretty basic dough. It's flour, sugar, an egg yolk, lemon zest, butter, and vanilla. Okay, so let's get our trusty food scale out. We're going to start with 100 grams of sugar. I feel like these sugar crystals look really big. This is the crust from the Schwäbischen apple cake, but I like this better than the crust that the cheesecake recipe has. So I use this one for the cheesecake too. Come on. Okay, 100. So we're gonna put it in the food processor. And then we need 300 grams of flour. There, perfect. Oops. We lost the time bit. There. Okay, next we need 200 grams of butter. So 1 stick is 113. You need to cut maybe like, we'll see. Well, I think taking that much off might be 200. Oh, I think my scale's a little off. It says it's 115 and this block says it's 113. I don't know how to calibrate it though. Oh, 211, so. 202, close enough. And then what I do to make it easier to like pulse up in the food processor is I cut the butter into little cubes, like little squares, so that it mixes better in the food processor. So I cut it down the middle, and then I turn it on its side and cut it down the middle again, and then cut into cubes. My ring almost fell in. And then we do the zest of half a lemon. I love this zester. It's so good. And a pinch, oops, wrong side, pinch of salt. Like Yeah. A teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm using pure bourbon vanilla extract. We could open it. There. It smells like plain vanilla. I'm not smelling the bourbon, but I trust it tastes like it. Mmm, yummy. And then lastly, an egg yolk, and I get these eggs. Oh, I only got 2 green ones. Oh well, they're heirloom fresh. Oh, wow, the yolk is like bright, dark orange. Oh, shit. Oh. I broke it. I'm just gonna kind of scoop. I'm not gonna waste that. Then we pulse it, then we wrap it in plastic and let it chill for 30 minutes. Oh. Seems rather dry. There's the dough. It just came out of the machine. As you can see, it's kind of crumbly, but I'm gonna mix it together by hand and then I'll show it to you in its nice formed dough ball in just a minute. There it is, nice and smooth. This is a really good dough recipe. It's literally like a buttery shortbread cookie. It's so good. Okay, gonna go in the fridge for 30 minutes and we're gonna make our Käsekuchen filling. For the filling, we need sugar, 3 eggs, and we're gonna separate these from the whites and the yolk, but we're gonna use all of it. Vanilla, wait, do we need vanilla? Oh, yeah. Oh, vanilla sugar, hold on. Vanilla sugar, heavy cream, butter, cornstarch, and quark. Now, remember I said Whole Foods stopped selling quark, how dare they? You can use different substitutes for quark, like I think you can use Greek yogurt, sour cream, ricotta. A lot of them that I've seen said you can I think puree cottage cheese, which seems kind of watery to me. So quark, if you've never had it, it's kind of like cream cheese, but it's softer. I don't even know how to describe it. Kind of like sour cream, but not as sour. Anyways, I'm gonna puree cottage cheese, and then I found this, I don't even know what this is. It's called probiotic creme kefir. Creamy something, labna. I don't know. Anyways, it says it's a staple in Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cuisine, and it has a pleasantly tangy finish. So I figure if I combine these two, we might get something akin to quark. So we're gonna separate the white from the yolk so that we're gonna fluff the whites in here, and then we're gonna mix the yolks in here with sugar and all the other stuff. So first step, separate egg yolk and egg white. Boy, these yolks break easily. Oh my gosh. Ew. Okay, they're not expired, but it stinks. I don't want to use that. It's disgusting. Okay, let's try this. We'll see. I don't know. Is that what heirloom eggs smell like? It breaks. It smells like old, like when you open a plastic carton of milk and there's 2 yolks in this one. Oh my gosh. It doesn't smell as odd. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I got 2 yolks. That's kind of sad. It's a twin and I'm a twin. Bye-bye. That's literally like water. What the? Ew. I think there's something wrong with these eggs. It's literally literally water coming out of this yolk. There's something wrong with this. I don't know, look at that weird pale orange. That is sick. Okay, well, let's start over. Jeez. Okay then. That was sick. It was like filled with pee or something. Like, why was the yolk so pure water? Okay, this one. And it doesn't smell. Wow. Okay, that's okay. Isn't that pretty? I mean, despite me having such bad luck with these eggs, they're pretty, huh? So you actually don't need a food scale for the filling. I have these in English measurements. So we're gonna do 3/4 of a cup sugar to the egg yolks. 3. And then we're gonna whisk it up till it's like frothy. Guess I could have used my fancy stand mixer, but oh well. I forgot to add in the vanilla sugar, so we're gonna do that right now. Also, the color of orange, it kind of looks yellow in the camera, but it's actually literally the color of those weird circus peanut, like foam candy things. Next, we're gonna add 3/4 of a stick of very soft butter. So 3/4 of a stick is 6 tablespoons. We're gonna add butter. Okay, before we go on to the next step, let's turn the oven on to 300. Actually, it says 300. I'm gonna do it for 350 because the soybean apple cake is gonna go in there. So I think it's just better to do it at that. 6 ounces of heavy cream. Okay, this is the big experiment. So I need 17 ounces of quark. Oh, I hope I bought enough stuff. Okay, this is 16 and this is 8 ounces. We're gonna puree it together. Well, this is puffy. Maybe because it's like probiotic, it has like gases in it. Certainly tangy, like it says. We're just gonna dump them out together and then I'll just take 17 ounces. The heck? The seal was already broken on this. It smells okay. Wow, I'm having food issues today. Gonna mix it with the handy dandy Vitamix. Make sure it's super smooth. Wow, it's really thick. It like did not want to puree. Oh, it turned out smooth though. Look at that. It's pretty good actually. I would eat it plain. There. I guess that works. If you just blend cottage cheese and then use some like kind of tangy thing, like maybe sour cream or even ricotta, and then you can blend it in with together and get like a fake quark. So mix that in with your egg yolk mix. Then rinse these off because we're gonna get them out. Oh, here's one. We're gonna beat the egg whites till they're fluffy. So rinse these off and we'll do that. And now that the egg whites are all whipped up, we're gonna mix this. We're gonna gently fold it into the egg yolks. As we fold it in, we're gonna sprinkle in 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch into it. So what I'm doing is I'm just crumbling the dough in, so that way I can press it down. Make a nice crust. It's kind of rustic looking. Oh well. So now we just pour this in. Has almost a peach hue to it this time because of those like neon orange egg yolks. Wow, that's perfect. The crust goes just above it. So we just did a plain filling one, but you can definitely add things to it. Like my Opal loves golden raisins in it. My Omi used to add mandarins to it, but if you do it plain, what's really good is if you put EIER liqueur on it. On the baking sheet. And now you can give it, whoa, a tap to let the air bubbles out, and now it's gonna go in. Would you look at that? Oh, it's pretty jiggly. So it's getting pretty golden, which is probably why you're supposed to bake it at 300 and not 350 like me, because it's still pretty wiggly in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is throw some tin foil over that side and just around the edges in general, because it needs to still keep cooking until it's more set. Wow, look how beautiful. Okay, it's missing a piece right there because I put tin foil over the whole thing and then it stuck to it and ripped a piece off. See, it's like, it's jiggly but set in the middle, and based on what I'm seeing right here, it almost looks like angel food cake, doesn't it? But see that? It's cracked. Technically, you're supposed to let it sit in the oven for 15 minutes with the oven off, but because I just put the apple cake in, I took it straight out. So whatever, but it looks beautiful. The hardest part about the Käsekuchen and the Apfelkuchen is that they really need to sit overnight in the refrigerator. You can't just eat them once they cool or fresh out of the oven. So that, I think, is the most challenging part of the entire recipe for both of them, is being patient enough to let it really chill overnight in the refrigerator. But it's much better that way. So your patience will pay off. Okay, Oma's taste testing the cheesecake.
It is so good. I can taste some lemon in it. It's just creamy.
How's the texture?
It's fluffy. It's
yeah, that's what I feel like. German cheesecake is more fluffy than New York style.
Very fluffy. Yeah, I love this. This is so good. Thank you.
Good. I hope you enjoyed this Käsekuchen tutorial, and I hope you'll give it a try. It's totally different from our American New York style cheesecake. Look how beautiful. If you want to see part 2 of my cake baking video, where I show you the Schwabian apple cake, make sure you're subscribed and have the notification bell on so that you can see it when it comes out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.